The desert stretched endlessly under the pale light of a waning moon. The sands of the Sahara whispered ancient secrets, carried by the wind that swept across the dunes. Deep beneath the surface, hidden for millennia, lay a tomb untouched by human hands. It was not a tomb built by human architects, nor was its occupant human. It was a prison, a sarcophagus of alien design, buried by a civilization long forgotten. The sarcophagus was a sleek, obsidian structure, its surface etched with strange, pulsating glyphs that glowed faintly in the dark. Inside, the creature slept, a being not of Earth, but of a distant star system. It was a vampire, though not in the traditional sense. It did not fear sunlight or holy symbols, nor did it transform into a bat. This creature was a predator, a parasite that fed on the life force of living beings. It had been buried here eons ago, sealed away by a race that had feared its insatiable hunger. And now, after thousands of years, the sarcophagus began to stir. The expedition had been led by Dr. Evelyn Carter, a renowned archaeologist with a penchant for uncovering the impossible. Her team had stumbled upon the tomb by accident, following a series of strange seismic readings. When they uncovered the sarcophagus, they were awestruck. The glyphs pulsed with an otherworldly energy, and the air around it seemed to hum with power. This isn't human," Evelyn whispered, running her fingers over the smooth surface. "This is something else entirely." Her team worked tirelessly to excavate the sarcophagus, unaware of the danger they were unleashing. As they pried open the lid, a rush of cold air escaped, carrying with it the scent of decay and something metallic. Inside lay the creature, its body preserved in a state of suspended animation. It was humanoid in shape, but its features were alien. Pale, almost translucent skin, elongated limbs, and a mouth filled with razor-sharp teeth. Its eyes were closed, but its chest rose and fell with the faintest of breaths. "It's alive," one of the team members gasped. Before anyone could react, the creature's eyes snapped open. They were a deep, blood-red, glowing with an unnatural light. In an instant, it was upon them, moving with a speed that defied comprehension. It grabbed the nearest team member, a young man named Daniel, and sank its teeth into his neck. There was no blood, no gore, just a faint, sickly glow as the creature drained the life from his body. Daniel crumpled to the ground, lifeless, his skin gray and withered. The team screamed and scattered, but the creature was relentless. It moved like a shadow, its hunger driving it forward. One by one, it hunted them down, feeding on their life force until only Evelyn remained. She backed away, her heart pounding in her chest. The creature turned to her, its red eyes locking onto hers. It tilted its head as if studying her, and then it spoke. Its voice was a low, guttural growl, but the words were clear in her mind. "You awakened me," it said. "Why?" Evelyn swallowed hard, her mind racing. I didn't know. I didn't know you were in there." The creature stepped closer, its movements fluid and predatory. "I have slept for millennia, buried by those who feared me. And now I am free. But I am weak. I need sustenance." Evelyn's eyes darted to the bodies of her team members, their lifeless forms scattered around the tomb. "You've already killed them. Isn't that enough?" The creature let out a low, rumbling laugh. "They were but a taste. I require more. Much more." Evelyn's mind raced. She knew she had to think fast if she wanted to survive. "Wait," she said, holding up her hands. "I can help you. I can take you to a place where there are more people. City. You can feed there." The creature paused, considering her words. "You would lead me to your kind. Betray them." "I don't have a choice," Evelyn said, her voice trembling. "If I don't, you'll kill me anyway. At least this way, I might survive." The creature stared at her for a long moment, then nodded. "Very well. Lead the way." The journey to the nearest city was a tense one. Evelyn drove through the desert, the creature sitting silently in the passenger seat. It watched her with those glowing red eyes, its expression unreadable. She could feel its hunger, a palpable force that seemed to fill the air around them. As they approached the city, the creature's gaze fixed on the lights in the distance. "So many," it murmured. "So much life." Evelyn's hands tightened on the steering wheel. She knew what she was doing was wrong, but she couldn't see any other way. She had to survive. She had to find a way to stop this creature before it could unleash its hunger on the world. When they reached the city, the creature stepped out of the car and inhaled deeply, as if savoring the scent of the crowded streets. "This will do," it said. "You have served your purpose." Before Evelyn could react, the creature grabbed her by the throat and lifted her off the ground. She struggled, clawing at its hand, but its grip was like iron. It leaned in close, its breath cold against her skin. "Thank you," it whispered, and then it sank its teeth into her neck. Evelyn's vision blurred as she felt her life force being drained away. But just as she was about to lose consciousness, she reached into her pocket and pulled out a small device, a flare gun. With the last of her strength, she pressed it against the creature's chest and pulled the trigger. The flare exploded in a burst of light and heat, and the creature roared in pain. It dropped her and staggered back, its body engulfed in flames. Evelyn fell to the ground, gasping for breath, as the creature writhed and screamed. The flames consumed it, reducing it to ash in a matter of seconds. Evelyn lay there, her body weak and trembling, as the city around her continued to buzz with life, oblivious to the danger that had just been averted. She had survived, but at a great cost. The creature was gone, but the memory of its hunger would haunt her for the rest of her days. In the days that followed, Evelyn returned to the tomb to ensure that no trace of the creature remained. She sealed the sarcophagus and buried it once more, deep beneath the sands of the desert. As she stood over the grave, she couldn't help but wonder how many other creatures like it were out there, waiting to be awakened. She vowed to never speak of what had happened, to take the secret to her grave. But as she walked away from the tomb, she couldn't shake the feeling that the creature's hunger still lingered, a dark presence that would never truly be gone. And somewhere, deep beneath the earth, the glyphs on the sarcophagus pulsed faintly, as if waiting for the next curious soul to uncover its secrets.